Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, so welcome to another edition of What's Happening Wednesday. This is a weekly roundup show that I like to do in this channel, which again gives me the perfect opportunity to do exactly that. Keep you guys updated with things that I found going on in the world of Transformers. I'll let you know what's happening with this YouTube channel, and of course my Instagram, which is toys_rus. This is part 2 of the news so far this week, which, let's be honest, has been an eventful one at that, with the leaks and with, of course, official releases of figures, or preview, shall we say, of figures that we've all seen. And I'm going to start off, as I say, these are some things that we may have seen already, but they might be new images, etc. There's just loads to go through. So I'm going to start off with this. In the previous video, I showed you the Metal Hawk pictures. Apologies for the glare. I am at work again while I still go through the changes in my new room. And we had a look yesterday, for me as it was, Metal Hawk. This time we're going to have a quick look at Twincast. So again, these are legitimately purchased items in Canada because they've been found in specialist shops over there. So there is, of course, Twincast next to Metal Hawk. We know that Twincast is a redeco of the Blaster mold, which we can see there. I never get tired of this mold. It's just great. Can't wait to do this when I get him hold of myself, and of course put the originals behind for even better pictures, hopefully. But there you go. So you can see he's obviously, well, maybe you can see he's got the smirk on his face, and for some reason I really like the fact that I just prefer his colour configuration. I think he looks so much better. Now, unfortunately, and again, it was confirmed by Mark Maher that he doesn't actually have the ability to hold the twin cassette in his chest, hence his name Twincast. But for obviously financial reasons, they weren't able to implement that. There are the 3, of course, little cassettes that you can get across the 3 various versions of him. And there indeed is the chest cavity I was on about a second ago. Now you can probably just about make out that it's not fully translucent plastic, it is smoked plastic. And indeed Mark did mention that himself in the stream. They also mentioned as well, I think I said at the beginning of the other video, but for those people who missed out, they're going to do their best, if they can, to get the rest of Blaster and his minions released. So don't take that as an absolutely 100%. But the interesting thing that came to me from that meeting is that they really are listening to what the fans want. And they do literally listen and check social medias and check channels like this and everybody else who's got much bigger channels than myself, to what people are saying. So that was really interesting and nice to hear them actual comments. So fingers crossed, you never know, we might see a cassette pack for Blaster. It's one of the questions I specifically asked for, because I think it was called the Soundwave Spy Patrol for Siege. I said, can we have something similar? And of course they couldn't say yes and they couldn't say no, but they didn't rule it out. The brilliant answer was exactly that, they'll do their best to complete the cassettes, which is all you want to hear. Right, moving on. TF Nation Minicon. This is the one that's going to be in Manchester in March, on March the 25th. We've got another IDW artist confirmed. There you go. This is Chris Carter. So if you head into that, I'm definitely going to be heading to that. I can't wait. It's just, again, I just can't wait to get around to all these conventions. I think there's 3 we've got in the UK this year now, so really looking forward to getting to that. And again, as and when more guests are confirmed, I will keep you guys updated with that. Right, this is again something that we've seen, but I've got some more images. This is the main line. So lots of people at the moment have been putting lots of comments, and I totally understand. This is Rise of the Beasts, Voyager Optimus Prime. Now, just to confirm, this is just the mainline version of Optimus Prime. So this is not the studio series. This isn't going to be, as you can tell. Let's be honest. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's be honest. That does not look like a studio series figure, because the studio series have a lot more detail to them, and that's why you pay that little bit more, that bit of a premium to it. I said in the video when I saw it before, I didn't think it looked that good, but when you take it into consideration that it's a mainline figure, that's exactly why. There he is in robot mode. There he is in truck mode. Again, we'll wait to see some more comparisons. He's obviously the weakest of them for the reasons that I've just said. But again, they're gonna sell. It's Optimus Prime, it's Voyager Class, and it's from the Rise of the Beasts toy line. And we wait to see more of them and see how he lines up with the rest of the toy line indeed. So there you go. If you've not seen these before, there he is out of the packaging. Okay, moving on. This is a third-party company so this is via Use Hobbyland Facebook, and it's the new Iron Romance Workshop, so IRS 01 Bloody Azura, which is a legend scale samurai Beast Wars Rampage. This figure is a redesign of Beast Wars Rampage, similar to Iron Factory's Samurai series, standing only 10 centimeters tall, that's 4 inches. In robot mode, it features 6 posable arms, 4 of them are removable, with several interchangeable hands. It still transforms into a crab, and the information shared on this should be out and more in June this year. Now, apologies for this because it's going to be black background, so you're going to get a reflection. You can see I've took this from TFW 2005. It is also going to be on T-Formers. So if you want to see these images without the reflection, if you check out them particular websites, you will see this in all its glory. So again, bearing in mind, this is 10 centimeters tall. It is highly posable. It's got an abundance of accessories. And as you're about to see in a second, also looks amazing in the crab mode. I really, as I say, I hold my hand up always when we see Beast Wars figures and things like this. It is one of my weaker areas. It's just one of the sort of things that I missed going through Transformers at the time, just due to my age and what I was doing. But I'm really excited that Hasbro's going to be putting them on their YouTube channel, so I can indeed catch up and find out more about these great looking characters. There's the alternate mode, which I'm sure you'll agree looks spectacular. Very highly detailed, again, for the size of this particular figure. So I'll be keeping an eye on this and keeping you guys updated as well. Right, this again is just a very, very brief recap over the list that's just appeared with all the leaks. Obviously, the good news is that it's pretty much confirming we're going to get the other 3 core class Dinobots to complete Volcanicus. We obviously already know, because they did through the Space Bridge, which was brilliant, about Beachcomber and DevCon, etc. The only thing we don't know about on this particular list is the Titans or a Commander class. But as I said in one of my videos last week, there's going to be a massive reveal, no pun intended, of the Titan at the end of this month. As soon as I find out more information about that, I will let you know. Hopefully it's going to be a live stream. I don't know, but I know that obviously Hasbro put something up and I showed everybody in a video last week. So looking forward to that. And of course the rest of the Insecticons as well confirmed, as well as TF7, loads of figures, which is of course the new movie. And as I mentioned before, I'm not going to go through all of these, but it is to be expected. The movie is a year delayed, so lots of companies have been making lots of merchandise, lots of figures. I imagine when it eventually, or just before it hits our screens, there's just going to be an abundance of stuff everywhere, which I think will be good, because it'll be like a bit of an overload. But then, of course, there's nothing better than being able to go out and get every single figure straight away if you love that movie. So it's going to be great to see them. Moving on to something else I touched base with on the last video. So this was day 2 of the RenegadeCon Virtual 2023. And again, this is just updates of everything that we already saw in the last video. And it's about G.I. Joe deck building game, Transformers crossover, new alliances. The Megatron is a hiss tank. There's new Energon dice in translucent pink. There's a bonus pre-order of Alliances box, including 2 cards, Grimlock and Dinobot Rampage dual layered tile. And then there's a deck building game, Expansion War on Cybertron. If anybody wants to check out the G.I. Joe content, check out Hiss Tank. That's where you can find that out. You can see, again, I've took all this information from TFW 2005. There's a link on their page there. And indeed, it talks about the deck building game, and it says you can pre-order bonus packs of additional player characters of Ramjet and Windblade, and the role-playing game expansion, The Time Is Now. So I've got a few more images here of some of this stream this is obviously recorded live. These are some screenshots from it. There's the G.I. Joe crossovers. There's exactly what we were just referring to. Megatron is the Hiss tank. You can see there, these are the reveals that happened the weekend just gone. So if this is your thing, and I know people are really into this, then check this out. RenegadeCon. Again, I liken it to obviously when they do the Hasbro Pulse Cons. It's just their version, and you can check out all the stuff related to this on their YouTube channel or via the links off the websites that I always keep referring to, which are T-Formers and TFW 2005. There's the additional bonus package, you can see. Now again, I've tried to find out why they've got the mini-mates. I can't find what that's about, to be honest. It's on here, they're talking about it, whether it's something to do with the game expansion. I've read everything on social media. I've not gone and watched the videos, I've got to confess. But they're advertising them there, obviously, so I imagine they've got something to do with the game. There is all the deck building, G.I. Joe crossover with the Transformers with the Ark there. There's loads of information on this. Okay, this is sightings. This is great news for people in America. The earthspark have started popping up in loads of different shops. So these are actual screenshots from inside actual stores. I've got the information coming up on this right now. So again, I took, and this has popped up in stores as well. I took this from TFW 2005. This is Sightings, and they do exactly the same. So this is International Sightings Roundup. earthspark Wave 1 Deluxe and one-step flip changes in Colombia. earthspark Wave 1 Deluxe and Tacticians are also been found in New Zealand. Transformers Retro, this movie Starscream, has been found in Puerto Rico. And as I've said, that lots of the earthspark figures are popping up now all over the US, which is great news. This is something that I've already touched on, moving on again, but for those people who haven't seen it, I'm just going to gloss over it. This is beautiful packaging images and the backdrops for the Studio Series figures Rise of the Beasts. So there, of course, is Air Razor in the packaging and with the backdrop. There is RC in the packaging and with the little backdrop. And again, I've just got this for the remaining couple of figures. Battle Trap, that's really interesting. I can't wait to find out what that is in regards to the movie with that backdrop. And indeed, more Sightings. There you go. So Legacy, Evolution, Core Class, Bombburst, and indeed the rest of them. Grimlock, Thundercracker, and Nemesis Prime. These were spotted as well in, let me just see, it's got the thing there. I think these were Targets. And again, this is off TFW 2005, and they've been spotted as well in US retail. So again, it looks like they're all coming out, and I'm jealous because I want to see them. Right, here we go. Last couple of packaging. This is Bumblebee from Studio Series 100, and indeed Cheetor, and there is their outer packaging as well. Right, finally, this was of course revealed, Studio Series Snarl, not revealed officially. I know a few people have been asking about certain paint taps and stuff. All I would say to you guys is, of course, this isn't an official reveal. Wait and see what the actual final figure looks in hand or when it is revealed, because it could be a test piece. Don't get me wrong, it's obviously very close to the final version because it's got the colours on it, etc. Because the feet do look totally a different colour. Whether or not they will be made gold to match the rest of the Dinobots colours, we will wait and see. And there they all are together. I suppose it's just whetting our appetite for when we get to actually see him. I know loads of people are really excited about this figure, myself included. But that there concludes the roundup so far. And as I've already said, we are only on Wednesday. I will do another update on Friday. And indeed, if anything else happens or breaks before that, I'll let you know straight away. Talking of Snarl, I've managed to get the video done for later on. Great to go and have a bit of a play with him again. Obviously, I picked him up and had a go with in years and years. So that was really good to do that. And a couple more requests I've had since last night. So I've got Combiner Wars Sunstreaker. I'm going to be doing Fall of Cybertron. No? Yes, the Fall of Cybertron game Impactor. So the first figure, or maybe one of the two anyway, from Ruination. I'm going to be doing videos on them, as well as still trying to get Beast Wars Megatron and Inferno from the Legacy toy line as well. Again, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's watching this, watching me literally, as I say, getting these videos done in work while the move goes on at home and everything gets sorted. Again, I want to say it just in case they're watching, but I totally heartfelt mean it. Thank you to Hasbro for even inviting me onto that roundtable meeting. It was an amazing experience to be able to sit there, listen to them, be involved in something. You know, there was some people there, YouTubers who've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, people who own and run websites and forums. It was just an absolute pleasure to be able to sit there and be involved in that. So again, huge thank you for them. And no, it doesn't mean I'm working for Hasbro. Any people keep putting there in the comments, I'm definitely not working for Hasbro at all. I was just very lucky and to be involved in that meeting. So yes, don't think I'm working for Hasbro, because I'm not. I just wanted to, I suppose, clarify that. Great time in the meeting, and once again, if anything else pops or happens with regards to anything like that, I will let you guys know in due course. Thank you everybody for the support. It really means a lot. Take care.